Cool. Money. Apologies. Money was talking. It turns out healing isn't fake. Why didn't anybody tell me? Because, like, every time I hear somebody else say that they're healing, we all know that shit don't be true. They don't be trying to heal at all. So, over time, I started to just think that was a cope. And I know a part of me always knew it's possible because, of course, it's fucking possible. But I never understood the process. And I had never seen anybody successfully do it. So I just didn't believe in it. But I tricked myself. I tricked myself into believing this shit. This is actually crazy. Come with me. I started with these quotes. I would say, just like this, I am healing and that I have no enemies. Then I realized that sounds stupid, so I updated it to, I am healing and I have no enemies left. None left. Yeah. So far, and I'm new to this, I have a couple. I have 3 points in front of me. I'm going to tell you as to the main things currently that I had noticed changed with me to even be able to learn how to do this. So let's go over them. Hopefully the boys will get something good out of this because right now I'm cooking. The first one is the easiest thing that you could possibly fucking do is worry about others. It's so fucking easy to worry about others. Therefore, on the opposite side of that coin is it's very hard to worry about yourself. Here, my process of healing, and this is for me, I hope it would help you, but it might not be for you. The goal is to try to spend all of my mental energy on myself, completely. No escapisms, no video games, none of that bullshit way we spend time on ourselves that don't actually help us. It just helps us run away from reality. I legitimately try to dedicate my day to just spending mental energy on myself. Currently, I'm in front of this mic creating. This is me spending mental energy on myself. A part of my healing is sharing it with other people in hopes that they can heal too. It may not be like this for you, but I like to believe that most humans are smart enough to know the things that would help them that they also don't want to do. Sorry, bitches, do it. Pursue it. Get after it. Think about all the times you failed yourself and you knew you failed yourself. Pick one of those things and get after it. Instead of worrying about this girl, that guy, this shit, that shit, this shit, that shit. Worry about your fucking self. Actually take the time to see where you have been lacking in mentally helping yourself and study it. And what do you know? Certain patterns will stop breaking. Crazy. We're healing. My second thing was, and I like this. I don't know why the fuck I wrote this. Like, what's wrong with my brain? I said VFR's a mindset. This is like, that's visual flight rules for pilots. And I have friends that are pilots and they said this shit to me and I was like, oh, that's hard. But I'm sure I say it wrong because of the way I integrated it. But here's what I'll give you my understanding of it. In a plane, there's some shit going on outside the window. Sometimes you don't like that shit going on outside the window. But they have these set of requirements to let them know if they can land a plane. And I learned that if the iPad says you hit all the requirements to land the plane, it doesn't matter what you see out the window, you can land that motherfucker. So here's how I translated it to our life. Here's an example. Examples are good. Say, person you really want to talk to, person who has way too much of a mental fucking energy. Say you have to get something done, but you also know that if you're not, well, I'm not going to say it like that, that's what. Here's a common concept then. If I don't respond, somebody else might. If I'm not talking, if I spend all this time doing this, I might not be able to give time to them. And they might go look for attention elsewhere. And it is a tragedy. I know a lot of people find themselves in that thought constantly. And it sucks, but hear me out. VFR is a mindset. First, you check your rules. And your rules are, oh, this shit's in my head. This is outside the plane. It's all in my head. I'm making if I can't confirm this, then it's still in my head. So then you go to your requirements, your iPad. Did you do the best for yourself? Let me see if there's a better way to word this. Are you doing the best for yourself and said person? Are you the best for said person? And if you believe that you are, you've hit that requirement. And therefore you have to land the plane. And really a lot of that is accepting that what's outside of your control is outside of your control. But a lot of us let things outside of our control stop us from landing the plane. And I guess the best way to put it is, what happens when a plane runs out of fuel? Because somebody doesn't want to land it because they're too scared. It lands anyway, just not where you wanted it to. Jesus, VFR's mindset, land the plane. And my last thing's a lot simpler and more lightly toned. Let's give all glory to God. Ever since I started believing in a higher power, and it's not like I'm going to go all hyper Christian on you're a hyper this, hyper that, I don't care. When I believe there's something bigger to me, bigger than me, challenging me to do better, it gives me this sense of comfort knowing that there's a purpose in all of these trials. There's a reason. And therefore, I have to show God that I am one of his champions, that I deserve what I am given, and that I know that he is the one giving it to me, and that I'm grateful. Because boy, is the universe very giving. So giving. When you're ready to accept gifts and accept the glory there is to be given, or accept that all of it was given to you, shit just starts hitting. Then you get on that timing. Once you're on that timing, it's like that. Once you're on that timing, it's like that. Y'all see.